So, what's been arising since our last session? And
I almost needed to sort of look over the last session. Oh, excuse me.
yeah,
Um, hmm. I am gonna. I wrote down some of the notes
come
from
back to the
that.
notes. That's perfect. 'Cause I know we're talking about like the OCD and the gripping, and then the delegating more. I'm like, what's that word?
Yeah. Okay. So, feel like I spaced out on some of the techniques a little bit. Um, I'm trying to think, what do I need to apply them more? Like some of the prompts are really good,
Yeah.
and like what action can I take? Where can I breathe and expand? So I was rewriting them from like the email.
hmm
Yeah. But a little bit late into the process.
Yep.
Like, yeah, what maybe for me, I'm just thinking about this
Yeah.
because it might help me to take your notes and write them by hand.
Mm,
Like, just how do I embody those more
yeah.
from the
Is there more
session?
you want to say? Because you said you spaced out and then like you wrote them down, but it was a little bit after, like a little bit later. And it sounds like you
Yes.
want to implement, like integrate right away, like start
Yeah.
putting it into your practice.
Yeah.
So I guess what got in the way of I mean, it sounds like you gathered some information of like, I think I need to take your notes and put them into my words and now start to practice them. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah. Because I'm not, if there's that gripping moment, I'm not always thinking about the new
Mm,
the prompt. I'll call them prompts, you know.
yeah,
Um, so I just want to try some new stuff.
perfect.
Like by the time I went to the email to really absorb the prompts, it was way into the last month.
Mm.
I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, can I ask? I'm curious if you're noticing, even if you're just noticing and you haven't shifted the behavior yet, but
Hmm.
noticing when you're gripping or when you're in your head and the OCD is starting to take over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still so compelling that sometimes I just don't remember to do a news method or a prompt.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
problem.
but are you at least noticing it? Even if it's compelling you right now, are you at least like, oh, there I go.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. That's the first step.
Yeah.
The fact that you're noticing it and then you brought it here into the space of saying, hey, and I'm still not doing the thing to get me out of the gripping, out of that OCD. So now I want to take the next step.
Hmm. Hmm. Can we use something besides OCD? Because when I think of that, I think of
Yeah.
people who are really
That was what I thought you had said it what like in our
I
last
might have
session.
said it, I might have
What do you
said that once,
prefer?
but
Yeah, what do you prefer?
we could just say the gripping
The
controlling.
gripping. Perfect. The gripping controlling.
Yeah.
That thank you for acknowledging that so we could shift the languaging to support you in this.
Yeah, because I know real certified OCD. And
Right. And you're like, and that's not me.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, so let's see. So what was the question again, or where are we?
Well, okay, so I'm wondering, you please tell me,
Hmm.
does having like would it support you to have like a post-it note on your computer or where you're noticing the gripping and the controlling
Yeah.
happening most often?
Yeah, I need to do some notes in writing and journaling of these things to embody and remind.
And could you even just start practicing, Shanti? Okay, today I noticed that I was gripping and controlling and like maybe what was leading up to that? Like what was feeding the gripping and controlling?
Okay. Yeah, I'll
And
tell you
it's
what today.
yeah,
Let
go
me go
ahead.
work on one. Let me just make a note. What so it would be like what I noticed today where I was gripping. Yeah, because I'm starting to do a evening review, but
Cool.
more like to find all the good stuff.
Okay.
before bed, but I could do one of these reviews too. Um, and then so my goal would be to notice what preceded that.
It could be, I mean, or it could just be like it came out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like it didn't seem like it came from anywhere, but all of a sudden I was gripping and controlling everything.
Okay.
And maybe with the evening review, you're celebrating all the wins of the day, but you're also acknowledging some of where you struggled
Mm-hmm.
so that we're not trying to amplify the struggle, but what we're trying to do is become more aware of the struggle to bring more ease there.
Yes. Right. Okay.
So it doesn't have to be a struggle.
Right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Does that feel supportive doing that in your evening review? Because it's already something you've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Um, hmm. Right. Okay. I also think what I could do is I think in the weekly, if like every Tuesday I could review the notes in the email.
Mm.
I'm just thinking of this. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Like a weekly pattern.
So kind of like okay, what I'm hearing you say is on our regularly scheduled time is keeping that Shanti time
Mm-hmm.
intentional
Mm-hmm.
to continue that like relationship with self. So
Mm-hmm.
having that weekly review to be like, okay, how am I showing up in these things? Oh, I totally forgot about that one again.
Yeah.
And it's not wrong, Shanti. It's that protective mechanism in you that is going into like just unconscious, and you're not even thinking. You don't even notice you're gripping and controlling. It just happens.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, I always joke that the curse and the medicine of more awareness is, oh, great, I have a front row seat to all my shit now.
Right?
Like it's not as unconscious. It's like, oh, there she is. There I go again, and I can see her very clearly. Now what, now what, right?
Yes. But even just the fact that you are noticing it, and now it's taking that next step of noticing it and saying, "Oh, can I pause and connect and expand?
Yeah.
Oh, can I just get up and walk away from my desk for a moment and then maybe connect and expand?"
Yeah, pause, connect, expand. Okay.
Because you're interrupting the pattern, because before you will just keep going and
Yeah.
you block the flow.
Yeah. Mhm. So, yeah, and some post-its, journaling. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have to have some hacks.
Whatever is going to support you to embody this knowing, because
Mhm.
that's what I'm hearing you desire. I want, okay, now I'm ready for the next level.
Mhm. Yes.
I notice it, and now I need to change it, and I'm still not doing that. Cool.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like this is just today I had a talk with a friend and she's talking about the same exact issue.
Hmm.
It was really
Okay.
interesting because um I woke up with a gripping thingy. I had a gripping thingy.
Mm.
Um there's a person I'm playing music with who went MIA,
Oh.
and um and then another person who is not fully MIA but can't circle back with confirming a rehearsal. And so all this up in the air.
Mm.
And I've been, you know, it's
Hmm.
that launching the launching into stories
Hmm.
and reaction, um, and wanting it's when things are when it gets unpredictable, uneven, when there's somebody not communicating,
Uh-huh.
where I'm on hold, it's blocking my forward movement or leaving me hanging. Um, Sometimes it can have an element where I feel disrespected.
Uh-huh.
That's the perfect alchemy for the gripping and controlling.
Wow. I love that you are so aware of what is causing it or
Yeah.
what some of the side effects that lead into it are.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you have control over? Because like I've heard you name that before is when somebody drops the ball and
Mm-hmm.
they're not communicating and then you feel as if you can't move forward, you're on hold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, what was the question? What can I
So
do?
yeah, what could you do? Like if they're part of this project, what could you do to keep yourself?
Well, I don't see, let's say, for example, there's actions I take to try to maybe say, hey, or where are you or something, but then there's the inner stuff where I need to um not jump to something defensive or made up in my head.
Yeah.
um and breathe a little. So that part is related to the Muse method and everything.
Yep.
uh I wasn't, like, so I wasn't doing it very well because
Cool.
I was frustrated. um yeah, I got spun out. Sometimes these things there's all these layers going on. like like I have an up in an air thing with my job right now.
Okay.
Like, I'm not getting the info and stuff so that I can actually pay people working
Oh,
for me.
uh-huh.
But
That's frustrating.
that's in work. And then there's an event with two musicians that are in this, that at the same time we're in the up in the air vibe. And
Okay.
um new Enlightened Living Center, there's some real unknown things with who's doing what. So all these things then combined,
Mm,
I get like it's a lot,
yeah.
and then I start to tell the story that there's something going on with me karmically and energetically drawing this kind of thing to myself, like
Mm-hmm.
learn something, you know. I don't know if it
Uh,
serves me to have that story. Yeah, sure, I could learn something, but
well, and what if could you I don't know if you're doing this already, Shanti. Do the stories stay in your head or do you name them out loud?
yeah, I don't name them out loud.
Like a practice could be like the story I'm telling myself is,
All right.
and the reason you name it is to get it out into the light, out of the darkness, because there's times where it's not safe to walk upon the streets of your mind. My mind too. I'm with you. So the more we can name it, we can then look at the story and be like, oh, that's not even freaking true.
Uh-huh. I like it.
It kind of gets us a little bit of like that bird's eye perspective outside of like you can't see the woods when you're in the trees.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, because first of all, Shanti, I do want to also acknowledge the wisdom of your body and your being. That when you have all of these layers of uncertainty with work, with this upcoming event with the two musicians, and then this event center, like kind of being a little bit, I don't know what I'm going to just use up in the air because I don't fully know the rest of that and I don't need to. That your body is so wise that it tries to go into the gripping and clinging to try to control something that's outside of your control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And here's the thing, though. Some of this I could control or direct, perhaps. So I'm still attached to the amount, some impact that I could have. But
Yeah.
then I get confused about
Mm,
what is mine to do, what can I do versus what is mine to just breathe through
yep.
and allow. That's the tricky Chinese puzzle.
Well, I'm wondering what are you doing when the frustration arises? What's your practice? Are you doing anything to move that?
Well, my go-tos are like doing the mantras, um, moving a little bit. Um, let's see. Sometimes a phone talk to ventilate it. Um, yeah, maybe I'll listen to some kind of meditation, like something, not just me, like some other assistance.
Yeah, guided. And
Um,
what is that creating for you through listening
well,
to, yeah, any of those
it
options?
it is a pattern interrupter.
Okay, but is it moving the energy? I hear you. It's
Um,
saying you're interrupting the pattern and
yeah, it'll it can interrupt it. It's not seeming to get at the total root.
okay. Are you willing to do some of the other practices we've talked about in the past, which is really physically like frustration is rising up, anger is rising up because a boundary has been crossed.
Yeah,
And it's rising up to show you this is not okay. So you need to physically, energetically move it through your body, punch the pillows, push into the wall, do some explosive jumping jacks. Physically move the energy through you and then ask, what is this rising up in me to choose differently? And
yeah,
asking that question out loud, because to me, it even gets at the heart of what is mine to do and what is mine to like breathe in and allow.
yeah. Okay.
So what if you start moving that energy and asking the question,
Mm-hmm.
what you might not know yet, but what do you think that could create for you by just giving that energy some space to move rather than even just venting it out? Like that's still not moving it. That's just expressing it.
Right.
So what could
Yeah,
that create?
well, I'm just noticing though, before I get into this,
Yeah. Perfect.
the difference between expressing and truly moving. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because expressing is just a venting versus a actual moving and transforming kind of thing. Okay.
Right. Well, does this resonate? It sounds as if the venting and expressing is starting a forest fire outside of you, keeping you out of control, versus the actually like moving the energy through your body is now moving the fire through you to move you
Um,
to what you can control.
yeah, I guess I get a lot out of some yeah, the expressing, it doesn't it's not it can be also not like the outward fire thing, but it
Yeah.
the ball rolling, but it doesn't really transform.
So what if that's part of it? You got to get the ball rolling and then you got to move that energy to
Right.
like aliven it to like say this is the boundary that's been crossed and now let's move it and see what I need to do to choose differently.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds good.
Because this is something that shows up that's been showing up for you is that people aren't getting back to you or and it's holding you up.
Yeah. Right. It's a pattern.
And you're like, I don't want to be held up. I want to be free. I'm going to go do this event. Either you're with me or you're not. Either way, I'm going.
Right. Yeah. It's like I've been in that I've been in that thing of knowing how to not let it hang me up. This one was a little different because I do not want to do the event without this one guy. And
Mm.
and he's and then it was upsetting because uh I was like, shit, I don't have a lot of time to get a replacement.
Ah, yeah.
And there's all that fuck, like there's some actions that need to be taken to deal with that, to move ahead and not be blocked. So I think what happens then is if I'm like, fuck this and I'm going to move ahead, then it's kind of a pain in the ass because then it's a lot of effort and energy.
Then that's not might not be it, Shanti.
Yeah. So it becomes like it feels like what is the best of two not great choices, like to move ahead. Okay, fine. The thing won't be as lush musically if this dude's not on there and I just move ahead. So I'm not happy with that. But then to find a replacement is a lot of effort. And then it is a lot of mental energy looking, interviewing.
Right.
Um, so maybe there's resistance in there because I'm not really, it's like I don't like the choices and I'm resisting.
Well, what if there's a whole nother option altogether?
I don't know what that is. Either I go ahead without a person or I find a replacement, you know?
Well, I'm wondering if even on the pre end of like when you're talking to people and say, okay, I do best for my events when I have open, honest communication and when people get back to me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you willing to get back to me in a timely manner so I can keep moving forward with what we're planning?
Yeah. Yeah, this guy was rock solid, always responding. Like I didn't even go ahead with asking him until I got to know him and
Right.
he seemed really grounded. So I mean it could be I say something now because after I did my freak out today, he responded.
Yeah.
And I guess I haven't said anything to him. I knew he got a new phone. So there's some glitchy thing that went on. But still, um,
Yeah.
so that one in a way, I can't I feel like I'm giving him some grace because there was something that went on. It was like a hybrid
Yeah.
situation, but I'm just sitting with this today. Like,
Hmm.
uh what I don't know him too well. Like I'm almost like don't even know if it feels right to say that, like what you said.
It might not, Shanti. Only
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
Only you know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it
So,
could be a glitch,
yeah.
and this might just be, but it's also information of this is still arising in you, and you had to have a freak out today
Yeah.
when you weren't getting the response, which is just information. So you're like, okay, I'm still working on this. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just trying to work on myself right now. Um, because I think it's happening even when somebody's appearing really solid, it happens. It's
Right.
yeah.
Well, and I wonder if part of you thinks that you're going to receive what you do. So, Shanti, you are very responsive. You get back to people right away. You respect people's time, but
Mhm.
that isn't always what you receive outside of you.
Right. Yeah. Yep. I have an expectation, that's for sure.
And just beginning to soften it and be like, okay, help me to believe what people are showing me. Because I
Right.
mean, that he's showing you, and maybe this isn't this example, maybe other examples are like they're showing you, and are you willing to believe them so that
Mhm.
you can keep moving forward?
Right. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think when things, yeah, this is more spin, but it's, yeah, it's tricky when something's great and somebody's really responsive and then they get flaky. I get kind of spun out on that one.
Yeah, let's be with that spinning because that's what keeps arising. And let's just be with that because that's also here's information of how quickly you go into the spinning mode.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, would you mind just pausing real quick to do the muse method and then we can kind of pick up from there?
Yeah.
Just to interrupt the pattern and we can practice it real time. So, close your eyes, allow your breath to go into your body and breathe into the fullness of you. And then move your hands around, not just connecting to the place that you always put them, move them around until it feels like, oh, yeah, that's where I need to be plugged into right now. Like you're plugging in a plug into the wall, but into you. And now, as you breathe life into that inner fire of Shanti, let's go ahead and connect and expand as far as feels safe. Just being with what's here and not fixing it or changing it and just noticing what arises in your body as you are connecting with maybe that spinning or something else altogether, just being with what's here. And I'll be quiet for about a minute and walk you back. And just take in another two breaths here and just notice what bubbled up from your body. And then when you're ready, you can just make your way back to the screen.
No, I think there's sadness under this.
Hmm.
I mean, I spin out and I feel mad, but really I
Yeah.
feel sad.
Ah, underneath the anger is and the mad. I'm going to say the mad is some sadness.
Mm-hmm.
So, how might you be dishonoring yourself and losing yourself in this process? Not like in the, in this whole thing.
It's just energy that I don't have for my own
Mm.
good stuff, you know. It's caught up in that mad, sad.
Um, so this losing some of your vital energy, some of your precious energy that's caught up in this. So, what choices do you have to honor and connect to yourself in that?
I some ways there might be like inner child work to sit with the sad part.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes though, sitting with the sad part is too much. Um,
Mm-hmm.
takes a downward. It takes the vitality to, down. Um, um, I don't know. It feels like all these things don't. I don't know. They're not about the externals. Like I always think, well, I could work on this sad piece and what it means, but the stuff's still happening externally in my world.
Right.
So that's troubling. Um, yeah.
So, is there more you want to share? Because I'm hearing you saying it's almost as if you're getting swallowed up into the sadness at times if you're trying to be with it. Is that true?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you're, because I know we've talked about sadness, but sadness, depression, any of that is asking us to deeply press in. It doesn't mean we have to sit and wallow in it, but it is inviting us to take a moment to be with it. And even asking questions like, how am I not allowing myself to choose what's right for me? Or in what ways can I support myself right now or take time for myself? Like, I need to get outside for a walk. I need to, whatever that is.
Could you say a couple of those questions again?
Yes, believe I said something along the lines of like, how am I not allowing myself to choose what is right for me? Or maybe something like, how can I deepen into me and support my own needs?
Yeah,
Because
that,
there's some sort of need that's not being met externally that then brings up the sadness in you because you want to be seen, you want to be respected.
yeah, and if that's not happening, um, then
Hmm.
what, right? Like if everything's thing that happens is things are going along fine, and then there's a surprise that leads to this, let's just call it disrespect. If that's how I'm kind of reading it, like my need isn't being met or I'm being disrespected.
Yeah.
Um, so then I feel like the only choice I have is to just try to sit with that internally and move the energy. Um, because the external is um, like perhaps maybe I've arranged a kirtan or event, and I'm thinking everything is going along well, like
Mm-hmm.
all things are coming together and everybody knows what's going on. And but then maybe this happened recently, the event happens and the host for the event is coming in and out, phones ringing, he's chatting it up with everybody, you know, and it's like a very
Yeah.
distracting, disrespectful thing that I'm like, what the, like, who saw that coming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the question of how can I take care of myself better or do something else, I couldn't have, like, I didn't see that coming, it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So I can take do work with my emotions, but now I'm in a fucking like thing externally, like how do I ward off surprises, you know what I mean? Or like
Yeah.
right now I'm up here because I'm like, oh great, I need to now be like the chaos police
Mm.
if I'm going to do an event where this guy's around, which that energy is a drag, you know, like
Yeah.
because that's taking care of myself, like to let that guy and the venue know that that's not okay. I didn't appreciate it, a lot the other people didn't appreciate it, so it's like a project now for me to take care of myself, you know what I mean?
It is. And you're the only one that can advocate for you,
Yeah,
Shanti. And I'm wondering if these external things are bringing up, are amplifying what is true beneath the surface.
that's
So,
what I
like, and what if it's here because it's like, I need to support me. I need to, like, honor me. And this person, if this is how he's going to show up at my events, I don't know if I can participate in those events.
right,
I
that's
need to find a different venue or whatever the case may be. I don't know, I
yeah,
don't need to know that.
yeah, it's a thing that's part of my spin in the last few days. uh
Yeah.
it's the musicians and
Hmm.
this over this bigger thing of this venue with a particular character there. Um, and I'm, it's not, I'm defensive in the process because it's political in a way, you know.
Mm.
It's not easy. It's two owners, and then they got brought on a guy to hold the space and support, and he's a chaos
Ugh.
guy. It's ironic. So I it's political because I have to kind of go over his head in a way and talk to the owners that they got a guy that's like this rogue element that's it doesn't work for me and others. And I don't want to just speak for me. It's political in the sense that I've gathered like how is it going for you with some of the other musicians. And
Yeah.
so because I'm like, I'm not going to put up with it, you know? So that is me taking care of myself. But in this process, because it's a process with many parts to it, I'm falling into it being mad and being in that grip thing, you know,
Hmm.
because I'm pissed. I'm
Yeah.
um I don't want to put up with this shit, you know. But I know too that me putting my external energy out there like that to put up fences, it feels like putting up fences, you know, bug repellent or something. Um, I
That's a
don't,
great way to look at it. Like a bug repellent, because it's not something people can see, but this is what you need in order to facilitate these experiences. Because what you're describing is this person's literally interrupting the energetic flow, and it does disrupt the group. You and I both know that.
yeah, yeah.
And if this person even isn't even aware, even if you mention it, of like, hey, that wasn't really supportive of what we're creating,
Mm-hmm.
then that's up to you. If you want to continue to work with this venue, then you've got to, you're the only one that can put the bug spray on.
Yeah. And this is a little bit of a cross to bear. I've been in this thing before, kind of dynamic before. Some people are suggesting, because I've had a lot of experiences with groups and shenanigans, that
Yeah.
I'm the elder because some people don't even know how community works. So I'm like, oh my God, you know, so I feel like it's not just for me, it's for the sake of the community and for these two beautiful souls who own this place,
Yeah.
for their sake, because they needed help, so they get this guy. They aren't aware of everything he's doing. So
Right.
in a way, I'm kind of telling on him because I don't, I don't think me going to this guy who's got a bad boy rebellious
Mm,
thing. I don't feel like that's the way to go.
you know.
So anyway, I can do all this stuff out here, which is the warrior goddess in a way, but then I still have the inner sadness or whatever the inner trigger is around whenever I feel like I'm being stepped on or, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like mine to like heal while I'm doing the external bug
Mm-hmm.
spray.
Yep. It's you slowing down to be with it as it arises. And during an event, you can't really do that. But after the event, you can do that. I mean, you can acknowledge it during the event of like, I'll be back. I'll be back to be with you later.
Yeah,
Not something you say out loud, but just letting it know, I know you're here and I'm going to come back.
yeah, that's good.
And then you get to choose. You can have a conversation with these owners, and if they listen, great. And if they don't listen, great. either way, you're going to have information to see if you want to keep working there. Because if they want to
Right.
continue that path, let them.
Right. I mean, I have a solution too. Like, I don't have a lot of faith. I don't know if I want to put my energy.
Mm,
Um, some of this is interesting because it's like using my intuition with what I'm seeing, right? Like to be,
yeah,
is this going to really be worth my energy to talk to him, work with them, blah, 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 to create something that's better? Um, because I could just do events in a different part of their space that's more private for a ticket. So not everybody, you're coming in because you bought a ticket,
right.
and that would be handle the problem. And I would love to see this bigger thing working better for the community and this guy know what's what, but that's a lot of energy.
And as you present those two options of talking to them, going through all of that rigmarole, talking energy, versus just setting up a smaller space where you won't have those distractions, which one, and you can play in with this, like just keep checking in, which one feels the most supportive for you and your energy, because this is precious.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm not here to fix things.
It's not yours.
Yeah, not mine to fix. I will let them know that they there's been issues, and this is my experience at people's, and for the sake of things you might, I would suggest you could do blah 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 blah. But in the meantime, I would like to go back to doing the private workshop thing with Ananda Leela in the yoga studio private space
Mm-hmm.
and go farther with it. It'd be more like a meditation with mantra. Like
Mm.
that's like what's lacking. And the other thing is that kind of meditative vibe. So yeah. Anyhow, I don't here's my other this is just brainstorming. Like I'm saying I don't want to put the energy in to fix it, but I'm also sitting with would it be like self-care to I don't I'm scared to like tell this guy like it might be a good it could be good for me or it could be agitating and not effective to
Yeah.
say something to him. So these are all the things I look at like um in taking care of myself. Where do I what's useful to say speak up for myself, stand up for myself, or where do I cut my losses? So that part.
Well, and just starting to discern, where do you want to invest your energy?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're noticing this guy's a rebel and he may not be open to hearing you, do you want to try to invest your energy there? And
Right.
because what I hear in that is that you're starting to believe people and what they're showing you and be like, oh yeah, he can't hear me. Cool. I'm just going to do what is actually supportive for the environments and the experiences I want to create for others.
Yeah. Right.
Because Shanti, what you're saying is these are the experiences you want to create for yourself and give from that overflow, as opposed to the chaotic energy that you're like, that's not it. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you
Right.
know how much energy it takes to try to move that combat that chaotic energy
Mm-hmm.
versus just following the flow and being like, oh, okay, there's information. I'm going to go this way.
Yeah. Right. Doesn't have to be a big deal. Yeah, it's funny. I've been on this mission for a few days of thinking about how to fix it.
Mm, how beautiful. That's where your mind wants to take you, is how to fix it and take the focus away from Shanti.
Mm.
Because it's easier to focus on fixing it, right, than being with what's real here, like what's here, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, mind. I know you want to fix it. Like that's where you start to have the conversations with your brain. I love you. I know you want to fix it, but that's not mine. We're going to work on creating a beautiful environment for creating what we are here to do.
Just one little side note. I guess I'm mad because there was so much potential.
Yeah.
And if he would, if he wasn't in the picture, it could be beautiful. Um, and I hate giving up. I feel like it's giving up. Um,
Mm.
but I've been in this trap before. So I'm kind of mad because
Yeah.
um, this is something that was coming together, and then some things are focusing, and then some things are just persistently fucked up because of this guy. And I'm just, it's a bummer. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't take much negativity to ruin a good thing. Um, yeah, so yeah, anyway,
Thank you for acknowledging how you're mad and frustrated because this is a good thing. And you're
right.
also being honest with yourself and the mad, the anger, the frustration, however you want to classify it. It's all fire. It's saying, can you rise up and support me? Not try to fix the problem here, because that's what you've done in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Can you rise up and choose me? Because this is not a supportive environment for me when it's in this bigger space where his chaotic energy disrupts it.
Right,
So, what does that look like to support you, Shanti? Which is
right.
ultimately supporting this place. And they
Yeah,
may start to see by you saying, hey, I'm not doing it here because of X, Y, and Z. I'm going to go back to this space. They might start to see it themselves without you fixing it, without you doing anything other than honoring yourself.
yeah. So yeah, this reminds me of I'm working with, let's say, like when I turn something down, rather than focusing on the no, I'm focusing on, you know, well, I would rather be doing,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
that's kind of what this is. Like
Yeah.
in booking something else, like I would like to use the yoga studio because I really want to go back to a more subtle vibration
Hmm.
in intimacy and meditative vibe without a lot of, with not a lot going on.
Yeah.
The energy, there's more of a container, and
Yep.
everybody there has chosen to be there, not there because they want to see their friend, they want to
Right.
catch up with their ex,
Yes.
they want to eat, like it,
That's a totally different ball game you're playing over there
yeah,
versus what you're calling in.
yeah. So uh yeah. And okay, just to amplify what's working, I got an offer for another, gosh, another thing that was a big event. And I love the people putting it on, but I'm like,
Okay.
tell me about your event. And
Yes.
like, well, this room, we're gonna be doing this, and this room and this, and then
Some reason you're muted. Hold on. I think I hit a button when I was trying to pin you. I moved my screen. Okay.
okay,
Sorry.
you know,
So this room, there's this. That's what I heard.
and a lot of lineup of different presenters, but it's different stuff like, I don't know, crystals and healing and channeling.
Okay.
Um, I'm like, and we're doing kirtan, oh, and I just like no,
Good.
because I have done kirtan at some of those multi-room blah blah things.
Yes.
There's definitely chaos, but some of them there's more potential or more connection with people that know what kirtan is and like it. But this was
Okay.
so, and it was sort of, I think, some amount of selling things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, no, they're just going to be coming in and out. That's that's a hard no, you know. Um, yeah,
Yes.
um, yeah, yeah. So I felt good that I said no to that.
What did your body say in that? How did you know that was a hard no? Because something in you knew. I could feel it with the way you were describing it.
Well, here's funny. Initially, I didn't know it was a no because I am a yes person, and if friends are asking me to do something, I have that sense of, oh, we're doing it together, or
Yes.
you know, I'm I'm helping out with their thing. I get into that. And my body, though, I was noticing my body was like, and I didn't know what that
Oh,
was at first, actually.
okay.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm trying to remember. Maybe after I got I asked him more about the event. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because he was giving me a lot of vague info, and then I was getting and then I was trying to tune in, like, is this because I'm intuitively feeling like something else will be happening at this time? Because summertime.
yeah.
And then I got the more info, and then I was like, and then
Uh,
I sat on it for a day, um, and like, this is the thing. If it's not a yes, it's a no.
right.
And then I put words kind of to it, that why it was the no, which what I just told you.
Yeah.
And so it's still like peeling the onion a little bit. um yeah, interesting. Okay, I'm just remembering things. I had somebody else ask me to do something,
Yeah.
and that was hard to read through, because first of all, she asked me at fucking like 7:30 in the morning.
Oh, shit.
So I was like, huh? Yeah, I couldn't feel
Yeah.
it. And then I thought, uh, we've collaborated before, like, but I just, I don't know why I said yes, like there was an impulse to say yes, even though
Mm-hmm.
my brain was giving me some like complaining, because it would be earlier on a Saturday morning.
Uh-huh. Some
There was
information.
some stuff I was like, I'm not crazy about some of these things, but
Yeah.
I just said yes. And so that was funny, because I kind of said yes before I really thought through it. Um,
Ah. But I'm
yeah.
hearing that you had a knowing already that it wasn't totally in alignment.
Well, I think what it is there's, I'm getting clear on, I can have some resistance to something because
Yeah.
of some details that I'm not crazy about, the time of day or how far it is or something. But I need to also recognize, when is that just my lazy complaining stuff? And when is it a true intuitive, like this is a no? Um, I don't know if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like, um,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not that quick at knowing the full yes or no sometimes, basically.
Yeah. Well, I hear you saying when it's first thing in the morning, you can't make a choice because you're still waking up and you're not present.
Yeah,
And when your body's that's a no until you gather more information to then
yeah,
have clarity. Once you
yeah,
gather information, then you could follow. And when
yeah,
you did, that's exactly what you did. You're like, oh, no.
Yeah.
And then your impulse, because what I hear is your impulse is to say yes, Shanti, which is
Mhm,
not wrong because you want to create community, you want to support others, but in supporting others, you sacrifice yourself
mhm,
sometimes.
mhm,
So, like for me, I have kind of ground rules of like, I don't start before 10 a.m. Like
mhm,
I don't because I want to be able to show up as my whole self. And if I am not fully up, I cannot do that. So these are what I will allow. And if it falls into that, great. If it doesn't, there might be times where I make an exception, but I really got to check in with my body.
mhm, mhm. Yeah.
So to give yourself the space. Yeah, what we're gonna say.
Oh, yeah. So I need to not consider and respond on things too early. I need to give myself, if I'm, um, I need a day at least
I
because,
was gonna say at least 24
yeah.
hours.
Hmm. Because I've had that hell yes, yes, and then the next
Yeah,
day, what the fuck were you thinking? Um,
right. And what if the hell yes is from that part of you that wants to belong and wants to support others?
yeah, and also conversely, I had the with my last gig, Tehashri, who was singing, playing tabla and flute.
Uh-huh.
We worked out our duo, we rehearsed, we got it all set. And then she said, I met a great drummer who's playing with me. Do you want me to invite her on into your gig? You actually know her. So I had played with her in the past, so I could say, oh yeah, she's she is a yes. But when this Taheshri presented her, I went kind of no inside because it would mean reworking everything and doing another
Mm.
rehearsal and squeezing it in. And I was sort of like, oh God.
Ooh.
But I'm like, shut up, Shanti, because that was just me being not liking change and being flexible. Um it and I had to be like, are you kidding? Like, this is a world-class percussionist willing to come on to your gig, and all you got to do is just do this other, rehearsal. And it was the right way to go. But my first thing was, oh, I don't want to change stuff. So,
Yep, that's there too.
so I, it's getting a little funny with reading my yes and no right off, you know.
You're finding the nuances because there is nuance. Because I
Yeah.
mean, it could also be a situation where you're like, yes, I would love to include her next time.
Mhm. Yeah, right.
Because, it's like sometimes when you feel like you have to squeeze yourself in, that's also what we're working to shift. So you're not
Yeah,
feeling like you have to squeeze it in
yeah,
because
yes.
that's when it feels tight and then the gripping starts, right?
Right, right. Um, yeah, so yeah, I need a day. My ground rules don't decide in the morning, and I need a day.
Cool. Now we have at least this base, and now we can keep building off of it so that you know what other things.
Yeah,
Because there's going to be other invitations that will come up for you to
right,
practice this.
right.
Because the yes is the go-to. So now we're just going to start to slow that pattern so that you can check in and see what would honor Shanti,
Yeah.
what would allow all of Shanti to be present.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I know we're coming close to the end of our time. So I'm wondering, there was a lot today. So what are some of the awarenesses that you are gathering?
I got a lot of process or techniques. So I'm gonna add this reflecting on the day with acknowledging where there might have been the gripping or the struggle
Mm-hmm.
um, before I do my positive reviewing. Uh,
Hmm.
okay, yeah, gonna do the Tuesday reading over of the previous session,
Okay.
and maybe write some things out, have them around out and about. Um, pattern interrupters keep that going when I'm in that grippy thing. Um, mm, yeah, when I notice if I'm denying myself by this fixing thing, if I've already been shown, like I feel I'm pretty clear, I'm going to stop this campaign to fix this community and go back to the private, deeper thing, you know.
Yeah.
And uh, like that's coming from a space of what do I really want?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I think there's some work to be done with sitting with sadness. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just reading my thing about bug repellent. Um, um, not mine to fix. Where do I want to spend my energy? It's a focus.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, the fix. Yeah. Okay. How do I support me? Choose me. Yeah, by choosing this other kind of gig that I know is tasty and better. Watch the knee jerk response of a yes. And if something's a no, I could, I'm giving it a day to make sure. Um, yes. So that's the stuff I wrote down.
Beautiful. The other piece that we mentioned was the frustration, was to move the energy in your body.
Okay.
Maybe venting it and also physically moving it through you and checking and asking the questions of like, what are you inviting me to choose? Like, what are you rising up in me inviting me to choose?
Okay.
Because it's just like this situation that you're naming with this venue. The frustration about like being frustrated in the situation is inviting you to choose something that would support you.
Yeah. Hmm.
This is a lot, Shanti. And we just do it one thing at a time. And the more you just notice it, even if it's after the fact, even if you can notice the gripping after the fact, notice what that is doing in your life if you notice it after the fact, even if you don't catch it beforehand. Oh, I'm noticing by me staying in the gripping and trying to control everything, it then shuts down the rest of my day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because that's
Right.
giving your brain evidence, because your brain needs evidence that the gripping and controlling isn't working.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So just knowing you can catch it at any point, and that is perfect because you're going to gather information.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
And how did it like is there anything that might feel good to like end our time well together today?
Um, just looking for something. Wait, hang on. I thought I had this. One second. Oh, it's back here.
No, I can read it. Just a little thank you. It's so cute.
Whoops.
That's so cute. Was this session supportive for you?
Yes, yes. Thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Let's look at for our next time together. Oh, I gotta grab my phone. It's charging. Hold on one sec.
Okay.
It's right here.
Oh gosh.
I know. Sun is setting. It's a beautiful sunset right now. All right. So I know you have an event coming up next week. Is it next week or next weekend?
15th.
The 15th. Okay. So this is perfect timing with all of these things that you're going to start to pay to be with.
No.
Okay. So we're looking at 4 weeks. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's March 3rd. 3
Oh,
3. Does that work?
yeah, I'll get over there.
Okay.
Oh, I might have over. Wait a minute. Do you have a group on that night? Do you know?
I have circle on Monday the 2nd,
Oh, okay.
the night before. We have full moon circle.
Hmm.
And then Tuesday the 3rd would be the next day.
Okay.
You want to keep it, do you want to have it that day then, the 3rd?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And
And
hanging
if you
out.
want the 2nd, I'm working with my friend Courtney, that's an herbalist, and we're going to do some herbal creation as well in circle.
Fun.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Courtney B.
Not Courtney B, Courtney Clem. She's an herbalist. She does a lot of her own harvesting and foraging.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if you know her. I met her. She's come to a few circles.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think she was at the ones that you've been at.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I'm s-
And I'm gonna hit stop record because I know we're